Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Watkins Glen International, as we are here to qualify for the 9th race of the season in Season 8 of the Turkey Hill Truck Series, the Lake Effect Ice Cream 175, tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Actually, I don't know when I'm uploading this, so it may not be 11:30 a.m. because I may just go ahead and jump right on the upload train and put this on for Friday. I don't know. I might just go ahead and put this on Saturday. But regardless of the fact, the race will be tomorrow. And that's all you need to know. You'll figure out when it is at some point. Thank you so much for being patient. For those of you who really love this series, taking a week off there, went on vacation in October. First time I've ever done that, and enjoyed that. And, you know, just take a step back a little bit, you know. Real busy with work and all that. But hey, we're back. And we'll be halfway through the season after this event here from the Watkins Glen International. The only road course of the season for these guys here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Definitely excited to see how it all goes down here. The Watkins Glen International. Coming into this event in the points standing, Sebastian Gugelon's won the past 2 races. He now has a 39-point lead. And with that, he's the guy to beat in this championship. But Eric Drew, the guy right behind him there, 39 points behind. Laura Chung is 43 points behind. Ethan Lewis is 44 points behind. And Allison Rain, the Texas winner, she is 50 points behind. All those guys have had great seasons and are all right on each other. Just Gugelon has been the one pulling away from everybody so far this season. So we'll have to see how it translates in this race in particular, because this racetrack is different from all the other racetracks we'll be going to. Our specific ratings just for the road course only. I forget really who has what ratings at this point anymore. So those of you who put good road course ratings, you may end up with something good here in this race. We'll just have to see. We may see some new faces running up front in this event. But guys like Ryan Kinghart, Allison Rain, Eric Drew, Sebastian Gugelon, Laura Chung, they've been up front in a lot of these races this season. And we'll have to see if one of those guys ends up getting the race victory once again here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Nice long road course here, 3.4 miles. Of course, for those of you who are new to the channel, we don't use the NASCAR course for Watkins Glen. We use the long course and skip the chicane. Absolutely love this track. My favorite road course in NR, hands down. Lots of fun. We've had lots of great races here in the past, and we're going to have some more good ones in the future, and tomorrow included. So excited to see how it all goes down. We had IndyCar here a couple months ago. Had a thrilling finish in that event. You may see a thrilling finish in this event. There'll be a cycle of pit stops tomorrow as well. About a 7 to 9 lap fuel run right near the middle of the race for these guys. So that'll also play a factor in who gets it done here in the Lake Effect Ice Cream 175. The first driver that was out there was Brian Webb. He'll be the first driver to complete a lap under speed here. And we'll be able to get our ticker up there for you. If I show you the ticker right now, this is what it looks like. No time recorded yet in the session. But we want there to be something there for you before we show that to you. And I say we as in I, because I'm the only one that actually does anything with this. I'm getting rid of qualifying for when we do the next series, next year, Wawa Cup Series, Sprint Series. There will be no qualifying. There'll be qualifying ratings, and we'll just set the starting lineup before the race. I hate doing this. But I made a commitment to do the season like this, and I want to finish the season and be consistent with it. And not change the rules mid-season. I've done enough of that before, and I want it to be nice and consistent with everybody, so that's what we're going to do. Gugelon there, the fastest driver so far. No surprise there to see him. He's going for 3 wins in a row here. Now, one thing, you know, I'll talk about the rating system here, and what I want to do for the Wawa Cup Series going in the next year is have everyone start off with the same ratings, but you add points. You get, you know, a couple points after each race, and you add them as the season goes on. I think one thing that I've seen in this whole series has been a bit of a test run with the rating system for the Wawa Cup Series next year. I think the thing that I have seen so far this season, not that it's particularly a bad thing, but obviously, there are certain drivers that are better than others that are really going out there and dominating these events. The racing is still great. You're still getting a group of different drivers winning these races, but it is clear and obvious who's good and who's not. And for the entire season to be like that, I'm not a big fan of, and that's partly why I want to move and try this other rating system out. We're just trying things out. I'm just having fun at this point. The reason why I want to do that is so that, as the season goes along, you can still change and control how well you do, and, you won't be stuck with that one set of ratings throughout the entire season. It's a very dynamic season if we do it that way. So that is the goal heading into the Wawa Cup Series next season. I want to do a 30-race season. I really pushed off recording this race. I just didn't feel like doing it many nights, and in the back of my mind I'm thinking, am I going to want to do this? But also at the same point in time, I feel like if there's a little bit more engagement, there's more of a, I guess I should say, responsibility to go ahead and do the season. And it'll give me something to do during the time of the year where I'm not usually as busy, Basically, from April all the way to the end of the year, I'm busy. And then there's those first 3 months of the year I don't usually work as much. And, I need something to do with my life. So I will, preface by saying what's rolling into the new seasons and all that, new series, I'm not making any guarantees anymore. It's not like it used to be. I'm not a kid in high school or even college, and I have all this time on my hands. And there are times I just simply don't feel like doing it. I'm an adult, I'm 23 years old, and, I do have other things to do in life other than play with a video game. Mind to tell you, I still absolutely love doing this, but I can't devote my entire life to it anymore. I still want to do it, I still want to enjoy doing it, I want it to be fun for me, I want it to be fun for you guys, but I also got to take care of myself, and that's something I have really learned the past 2 years, especially, and the big reason why everything has been so sporadic. But hey, I will say all that in another video, or have said it in a video already. I want to announce the Wawa Pro Series officially on the channel and all that. I said something in the Discord like 3 weeks ago, but the Discord doesn't really exist. It exists, but doesn't really exist. It's a mess. Hey, this is a nice surprise. Roberto Crown Jr., fastest driver here in qualifying. They hold the fastest time. They sit 28th in points coming into this race. So this is what I was talking about. Some drivers have those road course ratings in play. Joey Hightower, who is 16th in points, is second quickest. And it's Laura Chung, Allison Reed, a couple of drivers who have done a very good job this season. Will Parrish, 99 is Zach Winkle. Kukulon is 7th right now. Now he's 8th as Memphis Fisher goes to 7th. Chris Reynolds in the 19, who is now in 9th. And the 25 of Caleb Rose, and I do believe Caleb Rose is last in points coming into this race, and he's there in the top 10. So this could definitely be a very equalizing race amongst the field here for these guys, and it could be anyone getting this race victory tomorrow, 13 laps. But right now, looking good for Roberto Crown Jr. Now, one thing I will say about this track, you don't want to win the pole. That inside lane does not go anywhere at the start of the race. Joey Hightower will be at an advantage to start off this event tomorrow. We'll have to see if he can, in fact, pull it off. But Roberto Crown Jr. looking to win the pole here for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 175. And they're going to have a great opportunity of getting their victory, even if they don't get the jump on the start, which more than likely they won't. You're still going to be up there, top 5 most of the race. There is a cycle of pit stops, and that might work to their advantage. We'll just have to see how it all goes down. Now, another thing I think about this series that I'm not a big fan of is the fact that it's not custom. I feel like, we did custom cars for so long, and obviously we'll be doing custom cars again when we get to Wawa Cup Series and all that, but just to kind of take a step backwards and use a pre-made set, a real-life set, it's like, for me, it's like, what's so special about it? I don't know. I'm just speaking out thoughts here. I don't mean anything by what I say, but, speaking how I feel sometimes. Good to be honest. There's Joey Hightower, number 9. Going to win the outside pole here for Watkins Glen. I can kind of get away with saying whatever I want to in these videos because no one watches them. Not that I'm going to say anything that would get me canceled. I like to consider that I have morality and moral values, so I'm not going to do anything like that. Same top 10 as we had. But I will say one thing, I gotta be honest, I can't stand these qualifying sessions anymore. These things are just so boring. Now, obviously, and the whole reason why I've always done this is because I want to show you guys something that does, in fact, you know, prove that I'm not just making up the starting lineup. Like, obviously you see here in this practice session, these guys clocking in laps. But my goodness, it's a pain to watch, it's a pain to go through. But like I said, you know, I don't want to keep changing the rules on everybody, you know. It's only 10 minutes. I could suffer for 10 minutes to do this. I haven't even been watching, like, real NASCAR because I, like, work every time a real NASCAR race is on, and then something stupid happens, and it's just like... whatever. I still love racing, don't get me wrong, but... I hate the playoffs so much. Like, I don't even, like, enjoy watching NASCAR during football season. I would rather watch football than that. That's just how bad the playoff system is. It's terrible. I miss the old chase, which, hey, that's why when we do the Wawa Cup Series next year, assuming I do the whole season, we're going to do the old chase. Alright, I think this is it right here. Finally going to be done with this nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense. You know, there's a good reason for this, you know. There's not a good reason for that. But we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Roberto Crown Jr. They're going to win the pole here for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 175 at Watkins Glen. And they will lead us to the green flag alongside Joey Hightower. Take a look at the official standings right there. Laura Chung, Allison Rain there, and in Will Parrish, Noah Clifton. Take a look at the entire field. And no ties. You rarely get ties on a track this big. But yeah, that's how they will line up for tomorrow's Lake Effect Ice Cream 175 here from the Watkins Glen International. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow, whatever tomorrow is, and whenever it will be, for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 175, 13 laps here from Watkins Glen. I will see you guys later!